Story 1: The House Next Door. When the Johnsons moved into their dream home, they couldn't have been happier. The neighborhood was charming, the neighbors friendly, and the schools excellent. But the house next door remained vacant. One night, Emily Johnson noticed lights flickering in the house next door and shadows moving behind the curtains. Curiosity got the best of her, and she decided to investigate. As she approached, the front door creaked open on its own. Inside, she found a dusty, abandoned house with furniture draped in white sheets. It was as if the house had been frozen in time. Emily felt a cold breeze and heard faint whispering, but she couldn't make out the words. Suddenly, she saw a figure in the corner of her eye. Turning quickly, she found nothing but shadows. Emily retreated, unnerved, but couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Over the next few days, she noticed strange things. Footprints in the dust, odd noises at night, and a persistent sense of dread. One evening, while looking out her window, she saw a pale face staring back at her from the vacant house. She screamed, but when her husband ran to her side, the face had vanished. Desperate to get to the bottom of this mystery, Emily visited the town's archives and discovered that the previous family had disappeared without a trace. The neighbors believed the house was cursed. Determined to save her family, Emily returned to the house with her husband. As they explored, they found a hidden room in the basement filled with old photographs and a diary detailing the horrifying events that led to the previous family's disappearance. Realizing they were in grave danger, the Johnsons fled the house, leaving everything behind. To this day, no one knows what truly happened in that cursed home, but the house next door remains vacant, its dark secrets buried within. Story 2: The New Neighbors. When the Thompsons moved into their new suburban neighborhood, they were greeted with warm smiles and friendly hellos. But the couple next door, the Harpers, seemed different. They rarely came out during the day and only appeared at night. Their windows were always shuttered, and strange noises emanated from their house. Curious and slightly unnerved, Jack Thompson decided to introduce himself. He knocked on their door one evening, and Mrs. Harper answered with a vacant, almost robotic smile. She invited him in for tea, but Jack felt a chill run down his spine and politely declined. As weeks passed, the Harpers' odd behavior continued. Jack's wife, Lisa, noticed they never seemed to age. One night, Jack heard chanting from their house. Peering through the window, he saw a group of people in hooded robes performing some sort of ritual. He quickly retreated, but he was certain something sinister was afoot. Jack and Lisa decided to investigate further. They researched the Harpers and found no records of them ever moving in. One night, they broke into the Harpers' house while they were out. Inside, they discovered a hidden basement filled with occult symbols and ancient texts. In the corner, a locked chest emitted an eerie glow. Horrified, they left the house, but it was too late. The Harpers knew they had been discovered. That night, Jack and Lisa were awakened by loud banging on their door. The Harpers stood outside, their eyes glowing with an unnatural light. Terrified, the Thompsons fled their home, never to return. The Harpers disappeared shortly after, and new neighbors moved in. But the Thompsons knew that whatever dark force resided in that house would continue to haunt whoever lived there next.